Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram, once again back with you on this cricket show, Cricket Happenings. And what I have for you today is Sri Lanka versus West Indies. As you know, West Indies and Sri Lanka have started the first test match, and Sri Lankans should be very happy with the effort. They have finished off on a very, very strong note on the first day of the first test match against the West Indies, and they were placed at 267 for 3. The feature of the day's play being Karunaratne, the Sri Lankan captain, who scored 132 not out at stumps. So it was a wonderful effort from the Sri Lankans, which I'll be talking about. And also the India versus New Zealand. It was the final T20. It was a mere formality. And India have clean swept New Zealand in the T20 series 3-0. But one thing that I would like to say here, this is, as I said yesterday, in this T20 match, the final T20 match, I was really looking forward to see the young and talented Rituraj Gaikwad and Avesh Sharma into action. And I have to say, I was pretty disappointed when I saw the squad. Unless and until injury is something which has kept him away, then I'm okay with it. But if it's not the case, then I really, really question that move. I mean, you have nothing to do. I mean, you have already won the series. So this is the time to experiment. And I mean, they definitely gave a chance. I think Deepak Chahar, we all know, but Ishan Kishan came in place of Rahul. So if they were fit, I would have loved to see Rituraj Gaikwad and Avesh Sharma in action. And this is an opportunity for them to actually go and pit against the international. I mean, I understand IPL is also having a lot of bowlers from other countries. But what we want to know, this wasn't a good opportunity. I don't know what was the precise reason. So I don't want to judge anybody right now. But I was pretty disappointed that Rituraj Gaikwad and Avesh Khan was not a part of the squad. But anyways, India won the match again by a big margin of 73 runs. So definitely it showed that this Indian group has a lot of talent. There's no doubt about it. So well done, India. India taking the T20 series 3-0, and the first test match starts on Wednesday in Kanpur at Green Park. So now first I'm going to head towards the first test match between Sri Lanka and West Indies. So Sri Lanka and West Indies, the toss was won by Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka had absolutely no hesitation in choosing to bat. And we all know this pitch in Galle, after the third day, is really going to be a rank turner. There's no doubt about it. But we definitely saw some turn right away on the first day itself when the West Indian spinners Rakeem Cornwall and Jamel Warrican were bowling. So let's talk about the Sri Lankan batting card. In fact, Pathum, let me see who made it. There was only Jeremy Solozano, the West Indies young talented player who made his debut. And what a sad sight. That was, as I said, for West Indies, nothing went right. They really had they really had to surrender to the Sri Lankan team. And besides that, adding insult to injury, they lost one of the young and talented Jeremy Solozano, who was on test debut. And that is not a good way to start for a debutant. It was, I think it was a stroke from Karunaratne, who hit the ball. I think he was standing at silly point, and the ball was hit with tremendous force. It hit the helmet. Jeremy Solozano was lying on the ground. He has to be taken off, stretchered off in an ambulance. And I'm told that he's okay. So that's good news. But Jeremy Solozano definitely would be absolutely shaken by what happened. But one only feels very sorry for Jeremy Solozano. So that was not a good beginning for the West Indies on this particular tour. But let's have a look at Sri Lankan batting card. The partnership Initially, we saw there were some a few edges and misses, and that was the and one more thing that I would like to ask over here is that yes, Shannon Gabriel is a wonderful bowler, no doubt about it, but I would have preferred Kemar Roche. Kemar Roche has shown a lot of consistency over the years. He has also done well on the English county circuit. He has done well again the test matches as well. And I really, really question the move because Kemar Roche, he's having lots of experience than Shannon Gabriel. And why was he not selected? And especially considering that this was the first test match in Sri Lanka for the West Indies, I was extremely surprised, but I'm very happy. I know Shannon Gabriel is a very good bowler. He brings in that pace element into the picture because he believes in raw pace. But I was definitely extremely surprised when I saw that when I was watching that Kemar Roche was not selected for this match. Because according to me, Kemar Roche is a very experienced bowler. And I can tell you one thing. I mean, looking at the way Kemar Roche bowls, and off late, I think Kemar Roche was hitting his straps. So I don't know for what reason Kemar Roche did not play, unless injury was something which was a reason which one could really understand. But anyway, Pathum Nisanka and Dimut Karunaratne had absolutely no problem. But definitely, it was not an easy tenure at the crease initially when the new ball was due. The ball having doing something, but definitely I think missing the edges. But I think there was a catch which was dropped. It was of Dimut Karunaratne, and it proved extremely costly in the end, as Dimut Karunaratne was not even. I think he had probably onto his 30s, I suppose, but he went on to score 132 not out at the end of the day's play with 13 boundaries. And the opening partnership also was a century partnership, and I'm told that was the highest partnership for the first wicket against the West Indies. Pathum Nisanka looked good. We all know that Pathum Nisanka is someone who's a very compact player, and test matches are definitely his kettle of fish. And we saw Pathum Nisanka, how he was grinding himself to make 56 of 156 with 7 boundaries, and he was the first victim as he got an outside edge to a ball from Shannon Gabriel. He was driving at it, slightly out of the off stump. And again, as you know, technically, you're not supposed to drive away from your body. And that's what precisely Pathum Nisanka did. And the ball went off the outside edge. Rakim Cornwall, who has big hands and a tall guy, picked up the catch. And that was the end of Pathum Nisanka. That was the first wicket. But after that, the Sri Lankans were in a bit of a they lost 2 quick wickets from 139. The score moved on to 164 before Roston Chase was the spinner who really started getting the wickets. He picked up 2 big wickets at that. First, he picked up Oshado Fernando. And that's the reason I said the ball, the turn was evident right away when the tall right arm offie Roston Chase was bowling, as this particular ball was turning. The Oshado Fernando was on his front foot and out to the inside edge, went to Bonner's right, and that was the end of Oshado Fernando. Caught Bonner, bowled Chase for 3, and he was a goner. And Angelo Matthews was making a comeback into the Sri Lankan team after the injury and missing the World Cup. Definitely, one has to say, really gave the wicket away, as it was very essential for Angelo Matthews to rein himself in the crease. He knew that he's the most experienced person after Dinesh Chandimal, or probably he's the most experienced person in the team. And that was not a shot that one would have expected with the score on 170 for 2, where the consolidation was still to be done after an early wicket of Oshado Fernando. And here comes Angelo Matthews coming down the track to Roston Chase to smash him. And in the process, it was all over. He miscued the swing. The ball went up in the air. Jason Holder nicely settled into it. And that was the end of Angelo Matthews. Out for 3, a very injudicious shot coming in from an experienced campaigner like Angelo Matthews. Gone. Caught Holder, bowled Chase for 3. And suddenly, the Sri Lankan innings suddenly looked a bit dicey at 170 for 3. But Dhananjay De Silva came in, and as you know, he's a very good stroke player. He creamed a few through the offside, played a few pull shots and some sweeps of the spinners. And at the end of the day, Dimut Karunaratne had gone to his century. He was 132 not out at stumps, and this partnership had taken real root as their fourth wicket partnership, an unbeaten 97 at that at close of play, with the second new ball taken, and the second new ball was taken, but did not have any good effect. But probably on the second day, West Indies will definitely have a real bite of the new cherry, because the second new ball is still very new, and with the dew factor in the morning, probably the West Indies will feel that will be the best bet to nip up some quick wickets. Well, if they could nip up some quick wickets, that would definitely help matters. But finally at stumps, Dhananjay D'Souza was not out on 56 with 5 boundaries. Karunaratne, the captain, leading the Sri Lankan team with a wonderful century, not out 132 with 13 boundaries. If you look at the bowling from the West Indians, it was some 8 bowlers were used today by the West Indian captain. Gabriel 12 was 1 for 56. Again, as I said, Kemar Roach was definitely missed here. Jason Holder was very economical, 14 overs, 8 maidens, 15 runs and no wicket. Rakeem Cornwall did his best, 20 overs, 3 maidens, none for 64. Kyle Mayers had 3 overs, none for 9. Jamal Warwick, the left-arm spinner, 18 overs, 1 maiden, 60 runs and no wicket. Roston Chase, Rana Murphy did a good job, 17 overs, 2 maidens, 242. Jermaine Blackwood trundled, had a 1 over trundle, none for 6. And Craig Braithwaite, 3 overs, none for 4. So that was pretty much the story of the day as far as the Sri Lankans were concerned. They'll be very happy with what really transpired there. But West Indies definitely would have a nice chance. I think they have to definitely go and get some quick wickets in the morning, probably dismiss Karunaratne or Dhananjay D'Silva, and that will be their best bet. So let's wait and watch as to what really goes on. Now, coming to the next match, India versus New Zealand, the final T20. And as I said, I was extremely disappointed. I was really looking forward to Rituraj Gaikwad and Avesh Khan getting into the picture against New Zealand. It was not to be. Nevertheless, India captain Rohit Sharma won the toss and decided that that was a good move, I thought, of testing themselves, even though, as you know, normally the case is that whichever team wins the toss puts the opposition in. But India did not do it this time. Rohit Sharma decided that India will bat first because he wanted to test as to how good how good they can be after setting a score and winning the match. And that's what precisely they did. And India won it in a very handsome manner, I would say, as they won the match by a big margin of 73 runs. Now, India were the ones who batted first, and Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan came into the team in place of KL Rahul, and both of them got on to a rollicking start. Ishan Kishan was given an absolute license to go for the bowling, and that's what he precisely did as he hit 29 of 21 deliveries, 6 boundaries in that. The opening partnership was 69 in 6.2 overs. They were really breezing along, one could call, and Rohit Sharma making 56 of 31 deliveries, 5 fours and 3 sixes. And look at the way Rohit Sharma was dismissed. It was absolutely, this was a ball from East Sodhi, which was absolutely slapped by Rohit Sharma. And Sodhi just put his right hand. I mean, if he had not put his right hand, I'm sure it would have taken his forehead. But, and look at, these are the catches that one calls that the catcher's stick. And that's what precisely happened as he put his one hand up and the ball stuck. And that was the end. And both the ball, even the bowler was surprised to take the catch. And Rohit Sharma was also totally in disbelief that this catch was taken. But an innings of truly class and absolutely big hitting as 56 rolled off Rohit Sharma's blade of 31 deliveries with 5 fours and 3 sixes. And that was a wonderful start for the Indian batsman. But after that, there were some cheap dismissals. Santner came into the picture. He took care of Ishan Kishan trying to chop a ball, and he was caught by Seafoot behind the stumps. Surya Kumar Yadav was also went for a blob as he was caught by Guptill. This was a ball from Santner, just absolutely tossed up, and Surya Kumar hitting it up straight as an arrow into Guptill at extra cover, and not as straight as an arrow because he took it at knee height. But that was the end of Surya Kumar Yadav, out for three. Rishabh Pant also holed out to Nisham, trying to not. He didn't hold out. He basically went for a slog sweep, and it was mid-on. Nisham taking the catch, and Pant was dismissed cheaply for four. And after that, Shreyas and Venkatesh Iyer combined to slowly nudge the score along at the score 83 for 3 when they joined after Rohit Sharma was out 103 for 4. That was in the 12th over. And then we saw 3 overs, but still, they still played their strokes. In fact, Venkatesh Iyer has his gungo approach that he does. He hits some bullet shots, one could call. And Shreyas Iyer also played some nice strokes as both carved pretty quick runs, 36 runs probably in just 3 overs. So definitely good going there. Shreyas Iyer's contribution being 25 of 20 with 2 boundaries. Venkatesh Iyer fell to a victim of bowl, 20 of 15 with 1-4 and 1-6. Akshay Patel did not get much of standard, but what was very interesting was that this Indian innings, probably when I was thinking whether India will go to 180, and I have to say India boasts of some real lower order batting. Out came Harshal Patel and swung the bat like a real sword as he hit 18 runs of 11 deliveries, which include 2 fours and 1 beautiful 6 that he hit, which was hit with tremendous force on the bowling of Lockie Ferguson. And Harshal Patel, also, as you know, he opens for Haryana as well, and he showed that he has the batting skills as well. It was good to see. He went out in a sort of a very odd manner when he was out hit wicket of the bowling of Ferguson for 18. Deepak Chahar pasted 19 runs of the last over, which was bowled by Adam Min, as he went absolutely hammer and tongs at Adam Min. And Deepak Chahar was, I think Harshal Patel was sort of a real surprise. But Deepak Chahar, we know that he has the batting ability. He did it against Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, as you all would remember, to take India to victory out of a hopeless situation. But here, he was in definitely India were in a good position. It was the final over. He nailed Adam Min, and the way he played, one of the shots that he played would have made even any batsman proud, using his beautiful wrist to turn it over into the stands, and also hitting a 6 over long on. And these were all mighty hits by Deepak Chahar. So Deepak Chahar, one can call himself a power hitter. He provided immense entertainment at the end of the innings. 19 runs taken as he made a quick fire, unbeaten 21 of just 8 deliveries, which included 2 fours and 1 6. And India sat on a pretty score and on a real par score on this particular pitch at 184 for 7. Looking at the bowling card from the Kiwis there, Bolt one for 31. Adam Min went for plenty, 1 for 47. Lockie Ferguson had his figures rearranged, 1 for 45. Mitchell Santner was the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 27, 1 for 31 for East Sodhi. Now, New Zealand were chasing a target of 185, definitely not beyond them. Martin Guptill was absolutely breezing along. He was hitting everything within sight. It did not make a difference who was bowler because he was hitting anything which was within sight. And he got a real sighter. He made 51 of 36 deliveries with 4 fours and 4 6. And that was the only happy thing that New Zealand did. The opening was a real blast after Daryl Mitchell was gone, Martin Guptill was the only one who did. But other than that, it was all about the Indian bowlers. It was Akshar Patel who turned it on, picking up the big wickets to take the man of the match award. 3 overs, no maiden, 3 for 9. He picked up the wicket first of Daryl Mitchell. Daryl Mitchell was the first to go, trying to drive over the cover region, and he was the end of it. Mark Chapman came running down the track to have a go at Akshar Patel, missed the line, punt cleared the bails, punt whipped off the bails, and Chapman gone, stump punt, Akshar Patel duck, and Glenn Phillips fell to the reverse sweep shot, trying to reverse sweep Patel, paid the price as his leg stump went for a walk. And that was the end. So that was 3 wickets down, and the Kiwis were in real trouble. They were tottering at one stage at 30 for 3, but Martin Guptill was keeping the exhibition going. But then Yuzvendra Chahal was today was playing, and he definitely got a lot of tap from Martin Guptill, but he came back in a beautiful manner at the end stages. He realized that he probably has to make the batsman probably go against the ball, and that's what he precisely did. As Guptill once again wanted to send Chahal into the skies, but this time the elevation was not that much as Guptill would have expected. The ball went into the air. Surya Kumar Yadav took a good catch, or a simple catch, one could call it, long on, and that was the New Zealand challenge ending with Guptill gone. And after that, it was a bit of a real toughie for the New Zealanders, as Seifert was run out for 17, and then it was Harshal Patel again. His variations, his slower ball is something which he has absolutely perfected. But as you know, that particular slower ball that Harshal Patel bowls, yes, it's absolutely fabulous, no doubt about it. But he has to really watch out. If at all he gets it wrong, it will be disappearing into the night sky for sure. But anyway, he has the control, and Sonny Gavaskar in the com box said it is all about the action which really fools the batsman. So Nisham was caught by punt of the bowling of Harshal Patel. It was a very good catch by punt, and punt skipping was extremely superb today. Mitchell Santos ran out for 2. Adam Min, Venkatesh Iyer was given a trundle, and Venkatesh Iyer showed that he could be a useful bowler in T20 format, as in 3 overs he just took away 12 runs, and he also picked up his maiden international wicket in the form of Adam Min as maiden wicket for Venkatesh Iyer, as this was a ball which was wide of the off stump, and Min was gone, slapping the ball straight to the cover region. East Sodhi fell a victim to Harshal Patel. This was once again the slower ball, one could call. He was gone for 9. Lockie Ferguson was caught and bowled by Deepak Char for 14. And New Zealanders, the Kiwis, were bowled out for 111, thus giving India a huge victory by 73 runs. And also one more thing happened is that India clean swept New Zealand in the T20 series 3-0. Now, that was a wonderful performance. With all the big guns missing, I thought India did a good job. New Zealand also were missing one of the big guns, I would say, Kane Williamson. They didn't have Devon Conway, but definitely I think India would definitely take full credit for the way they showed that the talent is available. Kumar 2 was done for 12, and especially I was happy with the lower order hitting of Harshal Patel and Deepak Chahar. Deepak Chahar, 2.2 overs, no made in 1 for 26, did not bowl so well as one would have expected it to be. Akshar Patel, definitely the prime bowler, 3 overs, no made in 3 for 9. Chahal was good to see, 1 for 26. Venkatesh Iyer, as I said, would be a useful bowler in the T20 format, 1 for 12. And Harshal Patel, again, perfecting that slower delivery, which is also reaping him the rewards. 3 overs, no made in 26. Akshar Patel was the man of the match, and Rohit Sharma taking the man of the series. Now, dear fans and subscribers, I'm absolutely happy to see you all really contribute here. Hello to everybody there, whoever is actually chatting with me right now. I mean, if you're going to ask me a question as to why India couldn't win bat with the same intent in the World Cup match, well, now, let's say bygones are bygones, right? It's all over, bar the shouting. So, well, India themselves, if you had looked at the approach, India definitely had a sort of a defensive approach against New Zealand in that particular World Cup match. But look at what they did after that. Yes, it was something. It was a big task for them. But look with, the way India played. Probably one would say we are playing with associate nations, but we went all guns blazing, and that's something which one should really appreciate. Anyway, probably let's hope that in the next World Cup in Australia in the month of October, if an India-New Zealand clash occurs, hope India put it across the New Zealand, my friend. And 70 years ago, do you think Rituraj Gaikwad can show the same temperament and grit in ODIs? Absolutely. Why not? I mean, he has already shown in the IPL what basically is his class. He has class. It's not about just batting. He has shown that he has class. The way he used to manufacture strokes, what Rituraj Gaikwad possesses is that he is someone who can really stay at the crease. He has a nice technique. He can play beautiful strokes. He can manufacture strokes, according to me. And when he plays strokes, those strokes are of high pedigree, one could call. Yes, another gentleman here by the name Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. And good to see you too. What do you think about the position of Harshal Patel in the Indian team? Is he going to be a starter for him? Well, as we know, Mr. Jimmy, the competition is really hot in India. There's a lot of talent available. Harshal Patel has to work hard. I mean, it's not going to be easy. As you know, we already have we have everybody in the mix, and as you know, it's hot competition in India, no doubt about it. Even today, if you look at the match, the way Deepak Chahar and Harshal Patel did with the bat, there's a lot of competition. I mean, they are predominantly bowlers, but look at the way they batted. I mean, so I think it is not going to be easy. Harshal Patel has to really work hard unless he's going to bring up some extraordinary performance. I don't think it is going to be difficult. I'm not telling that he won't be there. Probably looking at the pitch conditions and all, probably he might get in a look in. But early days, I wouldn't really hazard a guess right now because it's absolutely early days right now. He's just is sort of a fledgling part of his career. He needs to really go on a long time. So I don't want to hazard a guess right now. But thank you, Jimmy. Thanks for all the appreciation coming from you all guys. I really appreciate it. It really helps me to keep this cricket show going, and that is what this cricket show is all about. I mean, I'm very happy that you're all there interacting with me, and I'm able to actually answer you here. And I hope you are all happy with the answers that I gave today. Looking forward to your company on a very, very consistent basis. As I've always been telling you, if at all you want to help me, the best thing that you could help me, let's make this Cricket Happening show a big success. Go there, spread the word, tell everybody to join the bandwagon on Cricket Happenings. If one can do that, that would be the biggest help that you could all do for me, dear friends, subscribers. It's an absolute pleasure bringing you, and I definitely enjoyed this nice conversation with you all, and looking forward to your company once again. Unfortunately, I would have loved to do it on a daily basis, but again, being going to office, having my office chores. Probably again, I'll be touching base with you on a Saturday. So never ever miss this Cricket Happening show. Please go. Thank you, my friends, for really trying to help me. I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart, and I'm looking forward to your company once again on Saturday. But as I always tell on this, probably this is becoming a sort of a cricket show which is going the distance today. And the only thank you if you have called Jimmy on to this. You can definitely go and subscribe to me on YouTube. Twitter is there. You can go onto my Twitter page. It's RAM574 to look out for my cricket tweets. I have my website, www.cricket-status.com. Thanks, guys. It has been an absolute pleasure bringing you this Cricket Happening show. And you guys coming into the picture here today has absolutely reinvigorated me to do this show as better as possible. And let's keep it. 539 subscribers. Yes, my friend. My goal is to get 1,000 subscribers onto my YouTube. And if I can get 1,000 subscribers, what it does is on my YouTube channel. And that's my aim right now. So if you could help me towards it, that would be great. I will keep this Cricket Happening show going. Don't worry. It's an eternal cricket show. Well, dear fans, subscribers, this being said, it's about time to say goodbye on this cricket show. Thank you.